We are not Ariwa, and we are not Cornot. Gone are the days when you do your appointments, the only thing you think about is Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and you leave people like us that you claim to be you claim to be not and are not considered in the scheme of event. We will talk about middle belt, and this is the discussions that we are going to take to the next level. This is a new generation. We will not sit down and watch. During the time that Buhari was the president, how many people from the team nation, let me give a classical example of the team nation, who happened to be the 6th largest ethnic group in Nigeria, was considered, even though we claim to be from the north. And we are speaking out now. This generation is speaking out, and we will carve our difference. I don't know, you don't like it, but we are going to propagate this message of middle belt. You are shouting middle belt is not in the constitution. Is Arewa in the constitution? Arewa is not in the constitution. So we will shout it, we will take it to the rooftop, and all the sons of the middle belt will rise. This is a new challenge for us.
I want us to understand something. Southern Kaduna is made up of 3.9 million people in 2006 census. Southern Kaduna, as of geographical landscape, is larger than 23 other states of the Federation. But Southern Kaduna, because it is made up of multi-ethnic, multilinguistic, and minority ethnic groups, it is denied its rights. When I hear people talk about liberty and liberation of Nigerians from Libya, I ask, when will they talk about my liberty and liberation from Southern Kaduna? When I hear people talk about liberty and liberation of apartheid in South Africa, I say I am still under colonial bondage. Colonial bondage in what sense? Because some of you sitting here would not know. Lord Lugard, who was a white man, was not a Christian. He was an atheist, he drank a lot and did not believe in Jesus Christ. The missionaries gave me Jesus Christ, not Lord Lugard. But when he was leaving, he handed me over to a new set of masters. This new set of masters have codified the laws and the structure, and I am perpetually in slavery. I can never rise above a particular limit. So I am the proverbial fly in a cup that is kept covered and sealed, and I can never rise beyond whatever somebody else has placed as my limits. When I come to Igbo land, and I come to Yoruba land, and I see that you are more in number with a greater hegemony, and yet cannot talk with one voice, and are arguing and agreeing, I disagree with myself. Even in a hall like this, I feel sad about it. Sad for the one reason that freedom can only come when even amongst you, the smaller group gives right to the bigger group. Because that is what we are asking for in Nigeria. That is what we are talking for in Nigeria. Let me tell you something. In the middle belt that some of you do not know what it is, let me just, for the purpose or the avoidance of doubt, let you know that the middle belt consists of Niger, Kwara, Benue, Southern Kaduna, Plateau, FCT, Nasarawa, Adamawa, Gombe, Bauchi, and Taraba. If you draw a line, I asked my assistant to come with it, but we don't have time, so I'll allow him sit down. But if you draw a line across Kaduna, straight across, you will find out that Gombe, Nasarawa, Taraba, Adamawa are all below Kaduna on the map. They are not above. So how can Taraba and Adamawa be northeast when they are below Kaduna? They are supposed to be in the middle belt. Somebody somewhere has changed your geography. Somebody somewhere has changed your mental thinking. It took me 9 hours to drive from Kaduna to Enugu, but I followed the route of the colonial master so that we can have people who are going to tell us that we are very far from each other. But we are not. If you go to America and you go to Britain, roads are built so that it connects the nation together. In Nigeria, roads are built to connect colonial communities together, people who should be oppressed, so that me, who is in a village that is less than 5 hours or 4 hours from Enugu, are made to feel that I'm nearer to somebody who is 14 hours away from me because of the design of geography. Look at the map here. Here is Kaduna. Don't draw a straight line. You will see where Gombe, Adama, and others are. Who is doing this? Why is he doing it? I want to ask, we have our eminent father here forgive me, sir, for not being able to call the title. It's not out of disrespect, sir. Daddy Achebe is here. Let me, no, forgive me. You will make me twist my tongue. I'm sorry. He is here. What makes him a second-class chief to any other chief anywhere in Nigeria? No reason. He is revered. I saw when he came in and I felt the air of importance and cultural value. Why has somebody sat and another person all of a sudden is recognized as the first and others are second? What is creating this level of domination? Let me say it categorically clear here. I believe a host of us sitting here, we have nothing against any religion, because all religions are good and pure, based on the fact that there are people who practice it. But there are people who use religion to oppress others for their own good. And they are few in number, very few in Nigeria. And they are using it to acquire land. They are using it to acquire power. And they never work for it. But they are enjoying the bounties of the land. So they are not willing to allow anybody enjoy it. So anytime we want to look for freedom like restructuring, they say it cannot work. It should work and must work. Thank you.
Whether you are from Nasarawa, Benue, Kwara, Kogi, Plateau, you are not from anywhere. You are from North Central. That is where the government recognize. The government and the national body recognize North Central. They did not recognize anything, no bit big. I know the people pushing this agenda of Middle Bay. There is nothing like Middle Bay in political landscape. I don't know, maybe for business, any other thing, but political landscape, there is nothing like Middle Bay. I am from Nasarawa and I have to walk to the reality. I used to believe that I am not from North, I am from Middle Bay before. But I realized that in politics, there is nothing like Middle Bay. We know people pushing this agenda that if Erufai is in any picture, they are not going to support. We know those set of people. You too, you know those set of people. But at the end of the day, does those people talk half ground? Does their matter hold ground? Their matter not really hold ground. Nobody really send them in North Central. The highest they can do is to what? Is Plateau and Benue vote. You see these people they are talking, the highest they can do is Plateau, Benue vote. They cannot win Nasarawa. They cannot win Kwara State. They cannot win Niger. They cannot win even Abuja. They cannot even win Kogi. You understand? We know the people pushing this narrative. You understand? Erufai is not pushing to be vice president, neither to be president of Nigeria. He's pushing to throw Tinubu. Any other person that come to replace Tinubu, his mission is complete. So just stop sleeping. Wake up to reality. There is nothing like Middle Belt.
The Middle Belt is never invited to the negotiating table. The discussion takes place. In fact, they will elect one emir. In those days, it used to be the premier, the sultan, that will go and represent all of you without even hearing from you. From 1948, all the constitutions and constitutional conferences were attended on your behalf. None of your traditional rulers attended. That is how wicked Nigeria has been to the Middle Belt. You have never been invited to the discussion as to what you want in Nigeria. The closest we got was the 2014 conference, where representatives from our native indigenous communities were invited to the discussion. But you can see that because we were part of that discussion, the report of the National Confab has been defeated, has been maligned, was pushed to the ground, and has never been used. So we thank New Central for giving the Middle Belt a face and an opportunity to discuss and to discuss at the national platform. Secondly, We want to just mention 2 things or 3 that are responsible for all this fight. There is an international conspiracy to grab land. Forget all the issues that anybody will talk about. It is the fight for the land. And again, Nigeria as a country has been unfair to the Middle Belt. Because if you go to the south, they call it Yoruba land, isn't it? If you go to the east, it is Igbo land. Have you heard that? If you come to the Middle Belt, they say it is no man's land.
Hi, welcome back. I know you don't hear everything all these guys don't they talk for here concerning Middle Belt being Ariwa people, although it don't clear for every one of you now. I see okay, Middle Belt now no be Ariwa again, because all these Middle Belters now they don't wake up from their dream now, because now anytime we say okay, you don't come to political game now, all these call not leaders now they go meet them say okay, Middle Belters belong to them. That is why you see all these guys they no one again. Even people like leaders from the southern country now, you don't see within they don't talk for here. And this man will be say this for here, he get within in this explain way I go like make una hear. If una hear that one, oh, we go come back.
For instance, we have the FCT. Everybody from any part of Nigeria can become minister of the FCT and grab all the land here and allocate to his cronies. And that is why when we became minister, some people protested. Do you know why they protested? It was because for the first time, one of their brothers will not be sharing land to them in Abuja. The entire indigenous communities in Abuja have been chased off the land. And strangers are sharing the land in the FCT, which is part of the Middle Belt, anytime, anyhow they want. Every minister comes with a list of 500 people from his village and allocates land to them. When they realize that they cannot take this land by wayo, they employ violence. And this violence is what you are seeing in different places. And what is it? It comes from our laws. The Land Use Act is a criminal legislation because it gives your land that you inherited from your father, it gives it to the governor of your state. So governors that have been hostile to the Middle Belt are busy sharing this land and declaring that the land that you inherited is no man's land, and that the Fulani from Mali, from Burkina Faso are free to come. Didn't you hear Buhari declare that they can come without visa? That was the agenda. Come from any part of the world, you don't even need visa in Nigeria. There is land. And where is the land? The land is in the Middle Belt. That kind of wickedness has been perpetrated and is continuously being forced down your throat. So the struggle, the attacks are all intended, not just for commerce, but for you to run away from your land so that they can grab it and use it for their own good. They don't have ancestry. Most of them don't have a place where they call their own. So they want you to run away from Bokos, run away from Mangu, run away from Bandekia, so that they can be honest.
Now, I know you don't listen to within all these Middle Belters. Don't they talk? Although there is a thing that I would like to let them know. Because especially these guys from Plateau, Kaduna and Benue. Now then be the people will be see that they under this issue well. Because if you carefully know how all these things they play in their own region, you will not see even as they buy them for over how many decades now, none of equal northern leaders don't ever come out to say you think that they do to them, not just they will. If they say na call not person will be say all these things they happen to, therefore no even take time before they go meet them say this is something will be say na they do no good. But as they don't see Middle Belters as animals now, will be say na people will be say that they use during the time of election. Not only election time, will be say that they know them. That is why even as they wake up, my own body dey sweet me because e good as they wake up. If they keep doing all this thing, say they no go like comot their self from all this core nuts wey be say they claim them, say they belong to them, and so they go keep buying them. That is why as you understand wetin this man talk for here, if you understand am well, you go know say in the verse, even as they give this guy for Abuja minister like Wiki, many of them will be say okay, they be leaders for North. They been campaign against am, say why no be person for either middle belt or core North wey dem give am, because they know say if they give anybody from the middle belt, they go like be control am well. They go control am the way e go fit dey easy for all these Fulani, so be say okay, they buy middle belters, make it easy for them, especially people like Sheikh Gumi and many other persons. So be say okay, they don't claim to be good leaders. That is what they normally they do to them. Although I like the way all these middle belters now they wake up, see they not belong, they not be part of them. It is sweet my own body as they don't like that now. So and even as one of them, that Ariwa youth wey be say na dey see for there, I think na him be the third person wey be say he talk. Even as him dey there dey talk he own trash, na him know wetin dey analyse for him own politics game for there. So na so him just be. You hearing us now, we know you have something to just say on this. If you have anything like that, make you drop your own say below. Thank you.